MLG Winter Championships here in Columbus, Ohio. We're going into game number 2 here in just a second. Will Socke be able to actually tie up the series against Rhett? It is dual site.
Yeah.
A map that Liquid Red did choose, and it's a map that a lot of Zergs have a pretty good time against Protoss, I'd say.
They love
and no surprise that Rhett chooses this map.
Well, here we go, guys. Loading up the map. Let's go ahead and see if Control N will be working here, if the overlay will set up correctly. But yep. Hang on, we'll wait 1 second. There we go. We should be good to go, and no Control N will not be available. In the top right corner, guys, it's going to be Liquid Red. Down 0-1 against his opponent. Interesting play from this guy down in the bottom left corner. Our blue Protoss player, Socke, man. Following up with Phoenixes and 2 DTs. Zealot pressure into the third, doing an astronomical amount of damage. Delaying tech so long there while getting the third behind it. His macro kind of slipped a little bit, but overall it was just enough of a creative play to really just throw off Rhett and eventually secure him the game. So we'll see if Rhett's going to be a little more active with Sky this time. Maybe be a little more safer in terms of having a couple more queens on the field, Overlord spread out as you were mentioning, so we can see any finals that could be dropping like that. And once the game progresses, man, Rhett's definitely going to be having his tabs on Socke in this game. Now it's interesting because Socke is not trying to force pass this, man. This map is really difficult to do it on. As we saw Leenock play against Nanny Wall, just so easy to punish whatsoever. And it's just, you need a lot more force fields, a lot more cannons than you normally need. So he's going to try to see if he can go for more standard one-base opening, at least for a little bit. In the meantime, we do see that Rhett is just playing very casual. You can see that a good Zerg player would not be too rattled here, just because Rhett knows his EVP is good. He spent all last week refining it. He won a tournament based off it. He's doing great. So I would say Rhett still has a pretty good chance to come back in the series, but for now, Socke is up 1-0 with some great play. And will Socke go for another interesting build order? We show that he's kind of can do something off the, like a completely different than what we normally see, and make it execute work. So we'll see as the game does progress. Do have the pylon doing this normal thing, poking away at the natural here, trying to finish going up, but the spawning pool will be finishing up as we did have the 15 pull from Red again. So again, just favoring the better opening in my opinion. It's so great overall. First Zealot is already on the way. It's actually Crony boosting out a second Zealot as well, and this kid got it rallied across the map here. So it looks like he wants to be a little aggressive with these 2 Zealots, trying a little prodding, force some more lings than normal, maybe even get a couple drone kills, which will always be nice.
Wow, you know, actually Socke is going for a literal 1-gate expand with no gas or cybernetics core whatsoever. Now, this is kind of a variant, or is he going for an yeah, he is. He's eventually going to expand, but the idea, he's chrono boosting out some Zealots here. Oh, just kidding. He's actually saving up his gases and going for double gas. So I'm actually going to go ahead and say that I've never seen this build before, done by Socke. Have you ever seen this, Tim?
No, I haven't, man. This is cool, man.
This is interesting.
We'll see what he plans to do. Zealot's now moving across to this natural. We do have 2 here with the probe, and we'll be able to take on these Zerglings without a problem. 4 more have been queued up, and looks like he will be going straight to the main. Will he start running away on the Queen? With the Queen being here, actually, Rhett's pretty well defended, and he actually has a 3rd Zealot on the way.
This is kind of cool. He's going for a delayed cybernetics core to put on some early pressure, so he's opening up a little bit more aggressive and sending more Zealots than what Rhett's normally used to. He's made 6 Zerglings. He's got to make more. And he even has a probe, so that way Zealots can 2-shot the Zerglings. So, you know, the way Socke was opening up, we thought he would, he went no gas, and we thought he was going to expand, but he's actually just putting on pressure while opening up very standard. The Zealot's still wailing away at this hatchery, and Socke is showing us something really cool here, because, I mean, Rhett's still not comfortable. He's making a Roach Warren here, and normally this is the point where Zerg would like to drone, but now we see Socke, excellent pullback on his Zealots, making sure to optimize the amount of shields and keeping the Zealots safely packed in a tight formation. Tim, give me your thoughts right now. What's going on?
It's just ling after ling production here. There's no drones being created. Now we finally have drones on the way. He has forced so many lings here, which is actually has them behind 22 to 15 behind all this because he delayed the Cyberman score. We've just been seeing nothing but probes being queued out from Socke. It's really cool, and we actually had 12 lings and 2 roaches following up. So actually, Rhett wants to follow up with some kind of aggressiveness. It looks like wants to move across the middle of the map. But he actually has his lings queued up to start moving there as well. Speed hasn't been queued up at the same time, but he wants to get the scout and see if there's naturals up. If he can get down here before he natural tries to go up, he's gonna love the position that he's in. Checking over to the main though, Socke's following up with the Twilight Council. Is he gonna throw down another Dark Shrine? We'll see. No,
well, he had the gas for 250.
Yeah,
so
he
could have done. Oh no, Socke!
Into the main, and they actually can do a lot of harassment here. Of course, Zealots will get here, and eventually force these lings to leave the area. One probe does go down. Stalker pops out as well. But again, a full scout goes down. He sees,
he sees
Twilight
everything.
Council, sees the blink on the way, or at least you can assume blink is on the way. Just overall, a great scout there from Rhett, and a bit of a mistake from Socke, man.
Yeah, a little slip up. His Zealots were actually just leaving the base too, but more importantly, Red actually has a couple of roaches here, and Socke actually doesn't have force fields. And it looks like these Zealots are actually going to get picked off here. Keep in mind, Socke doesn't have that much to defend, really. He's only got a couple Zealots. Oh, those Zealots are really weak, but will he be able to get off the gateway in time? No, he doesn't. And Rhett is in the base. And the question is, how much damage is going to be able to do? Because I'm pretty sure Socke should be able to stabilize from this, but the idea is Rhett's still going to do some damage here.
Well, 10 Lings are following up, and you know, you and I were saying we haven't seen this build before, but obviously Rhett has, man. Doing a great counter here. 2 roaches followed up with a number of Lings. 16 on the way as well. He looks like he's cleaned up all the Zealots, and we do actually have another Stalker being chrono boosted out, but with the Lings pulling on out, he's trying to keep his roaches alive to keep these Stalkers away from walling in.
Yeah.
Here come the Lings across the middle of the map. 14 more have been queued up. Going to start droning behind this, but still, Socke actually has not walled off his natural. It looks like he finally will with the Stalkers. And that'll finally put a stop to it. So he has stabilized 25 to 24, and there's actually the Dark Shrine. It's been thrown down. Where is this Dark Shrine? Oh, here it is, down here in the bottom left corner. So following up with DTs, it looks like.
Interesting. I'm very interested because he got the blink, but now he knows he can't really move out to the middle of the map. In fact, he's stuck at the bottom of his ramp. He actually can't even leave. So
yeah, well, he's on the 4 pylon, trying to indicate that he wants to expand. He's trying to make everything look normal to Red.
Yeah.
So he stays at home and constantly keeps running out. But the thing is, Laird's already on the way. It's a little over a quarter of the way done. Dark Shrine should finish up pretty soon, but he's having a very small time to get there and really do a lot of damage.
oh, forced cancel.
Nice.
That
Beautiful.
stings.
Beautiful done. Hey, he's just showing it again. He's really saying, look, I want to expand here. He's really trying to make it look like it's not anything different in terms of play style. Stalker's going to go ahead and blink on top of the Lings here, so they will finally be cleaned up. Red is forced retreat. 1 more and 6 Lings on the way. Dark Shrine does finish up momentarily, and he'll be able to warp in a couple of units. Will he move across the middle of the map and try and do damage? I'm looking at the natural, and already we have a Spore Caller up. Red is more than prepared already for DTs.
Well, you know, I'm just curious to see what's Socke, because he's taking a risk, and that's kind of what you need to do, because there's no doubt he's behind the way Red's been able to really dissect him by running by twice. He killed some workers, but more importantly, he revealed everything, just because he didn't have any form of defense against the ramp. So he saw everything that was coming up. Now these 2 DTs, will Red have any idea? He does have layer finished. He is getting his roach speed, his constitution, clear reconstitution. And he actually has another DT also going toward the north, but I think he may expect a 3rd base from Zerg, but Red realistically has been investing in this 2 base for a while. He's been doing a fantastic job. He's getting all his tech up, but more importantly, how much damage will Socke be able to do here? The Spore Callers does see the DTs, and Socke trying to run around and dodge it, but for now, still trying to hunt down some drones here.
Yeah, he's trying to get to a point where Spore Caller can't see, but actually Spore Caller has a lot of range. 3rd DT is now going to be joining in as well, and it looks like Roaches are going to go ahead and push him away. And the DTs, a huge investment, does nothing. Yeah, he saves them, but no real damage is done. I think he got a couple of drones, but actually, you know what? Overall, he's still doing okay. 33 and 31, and effectively, he can still deny this 3rd for a while until the Overseer gets out.
Well, the Overseer did just finish, so the idea is you can't really move out without it. So Red does have to keep it with him. Now, here's the thing, though. When you invest so much into DTs early, that's a lot of gas.
Yeah.
And if you don't have a lot of gas, what can you really make as Protoss? Zealot and cannons. And the idea is Red has a little bit of a thin window where he knows Protoss won't have much. And so he's going to counterattack, but he's leaving his Overseer completely exposed.
Oh, no.
Robin, that is absolutely
nice.
huge play. Socke with a great snipe. And now his DTs can go to work, but can he keep these Stalkers alive? They may have suicided for a huge cause here.
Wow, such a smart play, though. Stats was all not waited for the Overseer to come by and then just sniped him.
But he's losing all his Stalkers. That might, I mean, it might not. I mean, Red can still do damage. It's one of those situations like, yeah, sure, you have the Void Ray, you have the DTs that can kill him, but how much damage can you really prevent here? He does have his sentries here, trying to see if he can force field. Red trying to go through the front door, battering ram style, going to go after these cannons and these pylons. Does depower them, and all of a sudden, Socke realizing he can be in a lot of trouble. We do see that Red is putting on more Zerglings in production, so he is all in at this point. Going to do some huge damage here. Socke blinking back, but Tim, this is just so much damage.
Yeah, the foot on hands falling. Probes are now being killed off as well. There is no ground units on the field except for the sentry up here, but one lone Ling actually snuck on by a nice amount of damage. A couple of Roaches are actually blocking these units on the high ground as well, so he can deal with these Nexus by himself. Trying to warp in, it looks like another pylon maybe can warp in, but Nexus suddenly in trouble. No defense here whatsoever from Socke.
37 to 80 supply. Socke losing his last unit. GG.
GG. Well, and just like that, you can show that DTs, if they don't do damage,
Yeah.
follow-up from Zerg can be quite hard to handle.
It wasn't just the DTs, though, but it was the fact that Socke tried to go for 3-gate blink, got exposed the entire time. His opening was cool. He
Yeah.
delayed the expansion, forced so many Zerglings, and even almost killed almost every single Zergling that came out. Forced Queens off of injects. He was doing a good job, but just was not able to really capitalize on it because the blink was revealed.
Yep.
And so he tried to go for DTs, but that didn't work and just was too behind to do anything.
Yeah, the thing is, I even think he had a Stalker ready, but it was actually sitting back a little bit in the main, not even near that wall. If he got that wall off, that game could have been completely different. But you know what? We'll go ahead and go up into Game 3. Rhett showing why his EVP is pretty solid, knows when to hit the certain timings that it needs to hit, and we'll see if he can do the same thing in Game 3. So really quick, just going to wait for them to let us know what they want to pick. It is, of course, Socke's pick, because he has
Socke's
lost.
pick, so
So he'll get
we're going to go ahead and wait for that map choice. Keep in mind, it's loser's pick. Looks like Rhett messaged us.
Oh, there it is.
What's it going to be? It's going to be Tal'Darim Altar. It's going to be Tal'Darim Altar. Now, keep in mind, this is Socke's choice. It's loser's pick, but they do get to ban a map each in the map pool. So
True.
we have cool maps like Antigua, Metalopolis, which is actually still around.